Hey guys, it's Magic the Joker from 1628. I'm here with 7 tips for Sunset Canyon for free to play players. I know that Sunset Canyon was super difficult for me at first, so this is just some advice I have for Sunset Canyon players that are free to play. No Minamoto to save us for that other game. So the first tip I have is do your Temple Guardians and use your tomes. Okay, Temple Guardians are free. It's free experience. Just do them. Just do them every day. They're free. Please do your Temple Guardians. Okay, it's a ton of experience you're missing out if you're not doing it. Your tomes are collecting dust on the sideline if you're not using them. Okay, you're going to have plenty of tomes. You're doing expedition. You're gonna have a shitload. It's fine because you're not leveling up legendaries, right? And you're doing your guardians. You really are just gonna have a ton of tomes. So use your tomes early. Get your early lead on Sunset Canyon. You will have more than enough tomes to go around. I promise you. Okay. Number 2, focus on epics only except for Ethelflad. This is a no-brainer. Ethelflad is a free-to-play player. Is your god. So, obviously invest in this bitch. She's great. Okay? But outside of Ethelflad, no other legendaries should be invested in. Okay? I mean, you should, if you open them in keys, feel free to put sculptures in them. But outside of that, it's all epics. Okay? Expertise your epics. Level up your epics. Focus on your epics. You are free to play, not pay to play. Okay? Unless it's a wheel commander like Richard or Yisung Ye and you're dropping all your universals in them, only epics. Okay? 3, do Sunset Canyons at 23:55 UTC every single day, or if it's Sunday, do them at 23:50. Okay, the reason why you do this at 23:55 is so nobody can contest you. You are much weaker defending than you are attacking because people can counter your defense. Okay, my defense has like 3 archer marches and 2 infantry marches. So naturally, if I don't do it at these times, I'm gonna get shit stomped. Okay, when you look at other people's defenses, you can change your march based on what they have, right? So the attacker has the advantage in Sunset Canyon. So make it so you never have to defend your spot. So just do Sunset Canyon very late into the day, almost to the next day, and you'll top. You'll top spot. I mean, nobody else is doing it 5 minutes before. If it's a Sunday, you're doing it at 23:50 because you're saving your vouchers from daily quests every single day, and you're using them all on the last day to try and hit that gold key threshold. Okay? Number 4. High levels are more important than quality commanders. Early game especially. Okay? Maybe late game it starts to change, but early game, this Lohar is extremely strong. Which is hilarious, right? Because these abilities all suck. I mean, this one's okay, I guess, right? But he's a high level, which means he can field a ton of units, and he's got the support tree, which means he's got the 150 Rage Engine Rejuvenate, which is huge. It's huge, and he's got a bunch of tank stats in the support tree. So you stick him, he can proc all the support tree stuff. So you stick him with like a Julius Caesar, or really any legendary that you're not really using. This guy's like a trash march that you use to block. Okay. But the only reason why he's good, realistically, is because he has high levels, right? High levels are super important. It's why you have to do Temple Guardians and why you have to do Tomes. You're a free-to-play player, okay? You need levels because you're not going to have sculptures because you're not spending money. So my 5th tip is rush City Hall 22. City Hall 22, also known as getting to the Feudal Age, gives you 5 marches, okay? If you're not at least 4 marches, you're never going to touch top 50, top 20 as a free-to-play player. Honestly, even at 4 marches, you're probably not going to touch top 20. You'd be lucky to hit the top 100 every day as a 4-march free-to-play. Once you hit City Hall 22, you're really cooking with Crisco. But until then, you're getting the shit stomped out of you. So get your City Hall 22. I mean, this isn't even just a Sunset Canyon tip. This is just a tip for your entire account. Please rush your City Hall. Never stop rushing your City Hall. 6, save your Sunset Canyon vouchers for the last day. I touched on this when I said, on the last day, do 23:50 UTC is when you start your Sunset Canyon. Because you need to use all your vouchers, right? They're free materials. Just save them for the last day so you can get that gold key. Okay? 7, commanders to invest in. Okay? Sun Tzu is arguably the best epic commander in the game. with the only person to contest that being Joan of Arc. So 1 and 2 are Sun Tzu and Joan of Arc. These guys should be your first two expertise commanders, period. Especially as a free to play, because Joan of Arc, not only is she great in the field, not only is she great in Sunset Canyon, not only is she great in Expedition, she also gives you 25% gathering speed. So you can gather faster with her. And as F2P, we're poor as fuck. Okay? Please. Invest in Joan of Arc. Boudica's the next one. You know, you're starting Britain. You're going to finish her off anyway. She's got a nice little rage engine on her. Then we're going Herman and Kusunogi. Past that, it really doesn't matter as long as you're not doing cavalry. Cavalry is not great in Sunset Canyon. I mean, it's the meta right now for the open field, but for Sunset Canyon itself, like early meta especially, is Charles Martel, Richard, Sun Tzu, Aluji, and those guys beat the shit out of cavalry. So don't catch yourself shoving like Bybars and Pelagius and that shit, okay? Because they're good in theory, and then you go up against infantry that are using the infantry tree and they fuck you up. So I'm gonna show you guys my team that gets like rank 20 plus daily. If I really sweat, I can probably get like top 10, but I'd have to be incredibly sweaty that day. So on an average day where I'm just not giving a fuck and I'm just dumping all my challenge attempts because I don't care, I am rocking this lineup. This lineup isn't even particularly strong. One thing I would also suggest is every time that your commander levels up, they can fit more units, but it doesn't automatically put those units in for you. So just check your defense every once in a while. You know, put in a couple, because every level up is like a couple thousand units. So, you know, move your little slider up, or maybe you get a level into Julius Caesar, or you get a level into a commander with the Conqueror tree, or not, yeah, the Conqueror tree, right? And then you get a skill point to them, and you know you get to bring 2% or 4% more units. Like, all that shit adds up. So make sure you're updating your defense, because I mean this is really nothing to sneeze at, especially for a free to play player. Like 90 days into the server, like this is fucking good. Okay. So even though your defense doesn't super matter, I mean that's the lineup I'm using for attack as well, right? I'm just switching them around, maybe making some of those infantry or some of those cavalry. But yeah, those are my tips on Sunset Canyon. I mean, past that, there really is nothing to it. Just make sure you level up your commanders and you do it at the end of the day, and you have 5 marches, and that's the most crucial thing you can do. Good luck, guys. Have a good one.